Humble fam. How about y'all come on in and let's have us another little visit here on the Humble Show. I am Grant Fletcher, joined as per usual by my co-hosts Moonbeam, Hallows, and Brandon Cox. How we feeling, everybody?
Feeling pretty cool.
Feeling pretty good.
Feeling good. Feeling great. How are you?
You excited about this weekend?
I am. Yeah.
You know what's this weekend, Brandon?
Well, whenever the listeners hear it, it'll be last weekend. But last weekend was the Christmas show, and we'll tell you all about it next week.
That's right. Hang around, stick around,
friend. You're gonna find out all about it here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It is my first humble Christmas party ever. I've been told to expect some shenanigans.
Yeah.
Maybe some fun and games, perhaps some merriment, maybe even too much merriment. I don't know.
Yeah, this is your first trip to Neshoba County.
My first trip to Neshoba County ever. We talked about that a little bit on the last episode too. I've never ever had I've never experienced the glory of Neshoba County.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
It's live.
Yeah,
it's
live out there.
You'll get here and you'll think to yourself, man, I really could live here if I was forced to. If someone made me live here, I could do it.
Like if I just had to survive here, I could survive.
Yeah,
survive here.
But
look, here's the thing: we got good schools. We got really good schools. We got about 47 Mexican restaurants.
Well, I like Mexican food.
We got the casinos. We got maybe 400 churches.
Okay.
The Jesus kind, not the chicken kind.
And most
we got I don't know about the churches, but we got Popeyes.
Chicken, yeah.
And over the past decade, we have lowered the amount of bodies in our ponds. Fewer bodies in the ponds now. It's safer.
That's right. Yeah, and here's the thing about it. If somebody does put a body in a pond, they're going to get found out. Like there's no way they're getting away with it. Not anymore.
I mean, the body will be found promptly in about a decade or two, but the person who did it is on the other side of the globe. Yeah. But
their sin will find them out. And we're not putting up with it here in Neshoba County. Not anymore.
Not anymore. That got away with it was the last guy that got away with it.
That's it.
We're wagging our fingers, shaking our heads, and saying, no, not today.
Nay.
That's right. The ad is right. But no, look, we got the Neshoba County Fair. We've got the Marty Stuart scarf collection.
Okay.
You think I'm bullshit?
Explain that to me.
Oh, let Brandon do it. He's an expert.
All right. Tell me about this scarf collection, Brandon.
So it was actually something, surprise, that a friend of the show, Lee, made up. So for anybody at home who is not privy, Marty Stuart is a country music man. He was a backing musician for a lot of really fantastic acts, and then throughout the 80s, 90s, and now he's had his own solo career, and his fashion icon, or I guess the item that makes him a fashion icon, I suppose, is his scarves. That man is always wearing scarves. Okay. And Lee, just because this man's been building something in this town, I don't know what it is, for the past 10, 15 years. And Lee was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be the Marty Stuart Scarf Museum. You go in and see his litany of scarves.
Look, it's more than that. Look,
it's not.
It's not. Marty Stuart played with Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs. And if you don't know who that is, maybe you've heard a little story about a man named Jed, poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed.
Did he
and then one day he was shooting at some crew and up through the ground come a boat. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Beverly Hillbillies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He played with those guys. That guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then he, had his solo career or whatever. But he's not just dressed with scarves. His suits are made by Manuel.
Tell me about Manuel.
Manuel is the guy who put Elvis in the jumpsuit.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the guy that dressed Porter Wagner. He's the guy that put Johnny Cash in black. He's the guy that bedazzles all the Western shirts.
And to clarify for folks who don't know who Porter Wagner is, he's the guy that put Dolly Parton on the map. So
that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So
So I mean, and look. So the thing is, we make a lot of jokes at Marty Stewart's expense in this town. But here's the thing. The man has got a collection of country music of scarves, but he also collects like just country music stuff like over the years in history. And he's got himself a little, we had a place called Advanced Audio where if you wanted a stereo installed, that's where you went. Well, they were like, hey man, we need this building. And they turned Advanced Audio into Marty Stewart Scarf Museum. There's more than scarves. Like you can go. You can go while you're here. Check it out.
All right.
But he's got a little more credibility than we give him credit for. But we do have that.
He does.
And he plays the mandolin like he invented it.
All right.
If you're into that.
You know what? I am now.
Oh yeah, well. I mean,
it's exciting. I gotta figure out what we're gonna do. Like, we're gonna roll into town, check into the hotel,
eat
up the party,
yeah,
and then Sunday morning, what do we do?
You come back to the grindhouse or come to my house and eat breakfast.
Okay. Yeah, you can throw 9-volt batteries at passing trains.
All right, yeah, that sounds like a thing you could do. And
we have trains. We have a train that runs through the middle of town.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you got trains, you got everything. That's what they said at the turn of the century.
If you have a 100-sided die, we can roll it and see which Mexican restaurant we're going to eat at.
That is true.
You got to make the master list first and figure out what Mexican restaurant you're going to hit.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy thing, and I feel like this needs to be addressed. I drove from east to west today, and from Tuscaloosa basically until Philadelphia, no Mexican restaurants. I was in the mood to eat at a Mexican restaurant that was not one of the 75 that we have, and there were plenty of other restaurants not Mexican.
That's weird, right? It seems like the Gulf Coast especially is just peppered. Because you went to Birmingham, right?
I did. I did go to Birmingham
in a little bit, but yeah, that's funny because it's almost become like a tradition. At some point in time, we go get Mexican food after like setup or a day or whatever. Because you, me, and John went one night after the last My Hero Con, and then Brandon messages me on Friday after set up for Preserve Halloween Fest, and he goes, "Hey, do you want to come get Mexican food with us?" So I said, "Who all's gonna be there?" My answer was yes, but I had to be difficult about it.
Yeah.
What did you? Were there some folks that you didn't want to go eat with?
No. That wasn't the case at all. But I just wanted to be. You ever done that, or you ever had somebody do that? Like, hey, you want to come hang out or whatever, and then they say, "Well, who's going to be there?"
Every time.
And then
I don't want to hang out with certain folks.
Like,
not like with our crew, not like our crew, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, Dave's gonna be there, Susan, Bartholomew, and you're just like, stop right there. If Bartholomew's gonna be there, I'm out.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes it's the opposite. It's like, they'll go through a bunch of names and then you'll hear one, you're like, well, then I'd definitely come.
Well, I need to be there now. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
It happens. Yeah. So Brandon, you went to Saturn and back in a day. Is that what happened?
I did. And back whenever I was a younger, sprier lad, I would go see the show, get out at I think we ended up getting out at around 11 p.m. and I would just head back. But no, I'm a comfy boy now. I got myself a nice hotel, and
that air conditioner's ruined him.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, I took the day off of work and just had an easygoing day. And I love Birmingham as a city. I, kind of bar hopped after the show. It was a lot of fun.
I don't know how much we've talked about it before here on the show, but Birmingham is a pretty cool town.
I love it a lot.
I like it. Yeah,
Pretty
I like Birmingham a lot.
big fan.
It's a hidden gem in the South, I think. So it's real dope. Yeah, I was gonna say like normally, yeah, like you, like I used to be able to drive, a while for a show and then see a show all night and then come back and like whatever. But I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
I
get
could
like
anymore.
3 hours of sleep and go to work the next day. Not
Yeah,
anymore. I don't have to. I don't want to, so I don't.
y'all. Yeah, like today, as a matter of fact, I got me a ticket, y'all. I got me a
What?
ticket to go see some wrestling.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you meant like
yeah.
No, not like a
police
traffic ticket.
officer.
Speeding
No.
ticket, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So AEW is coming to New Orleans in January after
Mhm.
Kayfabe Fest. So like you could really in this area you could really double up, triple up actually on the wrestling because WWE's coming in January too.
Oh.
But I've never seen an AEW show live before, so I want to go. So I got me a ticket. I'm gonna go with some friends, and there's one day where they're coming to New Orleans, and there's one day where they're coming to Bossier City. Bossier City is a good bit further away. It's like
Oh, yeah,
3 or so
absolutely.
hours away. And so just going out there, seeing that, and then driving all the way back. Not really a thing for me, I don't think. Not really a reality, but New Orleans, I'll go to New Orleans and come back, sure.
I
That'd be a
drive
lot of fun.
to the moon before I drove to Bossier City.
I
Bossier
that
City's not a fun place. Let's just say that. It's just it's casinos, racetracks, and for some reason they have 2 Fuddruckers. No town on earth needs 2 Fuddruckers. Let me just say that right now. One is almost one too many. I mean, it's fine, but you don't need 2, right?
Yeah,
And they got 90 billion potholes.
Yeah, and 90 billion potholes. That's just Louisiana in general. Louisiana's actually just one big pothole. But no, Brandon, you were going to make a point about Bossier City?
Well, not necessarily Bossier City, but the drive diagonally through
Oh, yeah.
Louisiana it's one of my least favorite drives. I've only done it 1 or 2 times. I've done it twice, and I just don't want to do it again.
Like, we have our state, we have the worst drivers in the country in
Yeah.
Louisiana. We do. It's just
Been to
like
Florida?
I don't know, maybe not. I've only driven like through the Panhandle, kind of upper western part of Florida, so maybe not. But Louisiana, it's bad. Like anytime we go to a show, the drive gets easier once I get outside of the state line. And I even had this conversation with David Matrenga one time, voice actor.
Yeah.
Big, anime voice actor. He's in My Hero Academia and whatever else. And I was like, yeah, it's just, coming in like Louisiana, we have the worst drivers. It's just easy. You know what I just said to y'all? He goes, I don't know. I feel like everybody says that about their own state that they have the
That's
worst
true.
drivers. I said, yeah, but in my case, it's true. It's true for me.
Yeah.
No, it's early. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doubling up on wrestling in January. I'm real excited about it
It's going to be a lot of fun.
because we got Kayfabe Fest on the 13th,
Oh, yeah.
and then like I think it's like a week and a half after that, I'm gonna be going to see some AEW and maybe see our friend Danhausen. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Maybe
That's
he'll be,
exciting.
I think he's on the Wednesday. They have like 3 different shows and they kind of separate their roster out. I think he's on the Wednesday night show right now. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm going. It's gonna be real cool. But we
So
just we
you've
got
seen-
a lot. We got a lot to look forward to right now. What were we saying, Moonbeam? You had something.
You've seen Wildkat wrestling? You've seen them?
A lot, like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, like Greg was just sitting over here and like just cheesing about how easy they have been to deal with.
Yeah, they're
Like
pros.
and work with. And he's like, I just love asking for something and getting it.
Isn't that weird? Like,
Yeah, he's just like, he asked for like a photo and it was just like he hit send and like by the time he refreshed it was already in his inbox. And I was like,
Oh my God.
And it's
Yeah.
funny how like sometimes you're like,
Guys are on
someone wants to
opponent.
work with you rather than just kind of working near you or against you even. Like,
Yeah.
No, they're
Yeah.
great, man. They put on an amazing show. They're good dudes. I'm excited to see their show again because I haven't been able to see one of theirs since COVID. I haven't been to one of their shows.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for y'all and for the folks of Neshoba County. Like Brandon, you're gonna get spoiled out there because not every independent wrestling show is created equal. So,
Yeah.
Like, I always say like support wrestling, live entertainment. It's kind of hard. It's really hard to beat live entertainment. Like our thing, wrestling stuff like that. Like it's hard to beat a live show, but sometimes you cringe a little, and that is not the case. That's not the case with a Wildkat Sports.
It will not be the case. Well, fantastic, because I'm looking forward to experiencing it for the first time, and I don't want to be like, well, I guess that was okay.
Yeah. I say, look, just go. Like it's hard to beat live entertainment, and it's like this. Okay, look, like I was saying earlier, we got a lot to look forward to, right? Because we're about to start the new year, kick off the new year. We got a full calendar of events and things like that, and like. I know right now a lot of folks are looking for Christmas presents. And you don't want to find somebody something that like you don't know whether or not they're going to like it or if they're just going to put it in a drawer somewhere and not get it. Like, if you're worried about it, just get somebody an experience. You know what I mean? Like, we're all year long, we're putting on shows. We're in Louisiana, we're in Alabama, we're in Mississippi, we're going to be in Georgia. If that person you don't know who to get something for, if they're a fan of, I don't know, the Avengers or Batman or horror or anime or even WWE and pro wrestling, I mean, like, look, we got shows all over the place. Check out the links in our bio. See what we got going on. We've got something for you,
Something for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. You could give them something that you don't know whether or not they're going to like it, or you can give them an experience that they're going to remember for forever. And they've got these tickets. They're sitting there every time they think about it. They're getting excited, and then they've got the memories. They're going to meet some famous people and, find some merchandise that they probably didn't even know existed. I mean, check it out, man, if you're looking for something for somebody. Because, I mean, you could do it from your phone right now and not even have to worry about fighting traffic or, getting beat up by an old lady at the mall or whatever. I mean, see what we're doing, y'all. Check it out.
That's a bad problem these days.
It's a good deal. What was that, Brandon?
That's a bad problem these days. The the senior citizens getting a little ornery.
They get rowdy. Yeah. They get rowdy. Because they got nothing else to live for.
Yeah.
Like,
but violence.
My time is
they
short.
Carry bricks in their purse, just going around slinging it.
They're driving fast.
So you say bricks in their purse?
Bricks in their purse. Yeah.
Running bricks for Mansa Musa.
Oh. But I digress. I had to go on that long diatribe because it's true. Like I can't wait to get back out there.
It's gonna be fun, man.
For me, like especially what I do, and also when they're there and they're having a good time, come see me. I'll be at the stage. Let me know you're having a great time.
Yeah.
I want to know that you saw this video, you heard this podcast.
Yeah. Go see Brandon. He's at the merch booth. Ask him to hold your crap.
Yeah.
Because I'm not.
And he's gonna pull out some lighter fluid.
I'm just gonna toss their stuff into the ring, and it'll just be props.
Oh yeah. Look, there's all kind of stuff you could do. So I don't take it y'all ever watched any ECW back in the 90s.
I did not.
I think I probably did.
ECW was rowdy for a time there. It kind of evolved and got refined after a while, but there was a couple matches where it's like fans bring the weapons, so people bring things to hand to the wrestlers to beat each other up with.
Yeah.
And a wrestler named Mikey Whipwreck definitely got a concussion when he got hit over the head with an NES. The old school Nintendo. Yeah.
Oh man!
Someone just handed off an NES. Yeah, I've seen prosthetic legs used in that context. I mean,
Yeah.
I wonder if is not ECW, but they're more like I don't know what to call it, traditional wrestling, but it's still there's they got a little something for everybody, I guess.
Yeah,
sounds like it.
Bring grandma's ashes. She'll be used as a prop.
She wanted to be. She wanted to be spread in the ring.
Yeah.
Hey, look, when I was a kid, well, I wasn't really a kid. I was in high school. I guess I was still a kid. Whatever. My mother loved to, have like comedy tapes in the car. We listen to a lot of music, but we like to break it up sometimes with some comedy. And when Jeff Foxworthy put out his first, stand-up tape, he had a thing on there about having a party at his house, and his friends knocked over grandma's ashes, and he said that he had to smoke a carton of Marlboros to put her back.
I remember that one.
oh boy.
So every time somebody says grandma's ashes, that's what I think about. Old Jeff.
Yeah. I just want to be, just spread me out at the Haunted Mansion. I'll be good. No, I'm kidding. You shouldn't do that. Don't do that. They will sweep you up.
People do that. Have we talked about that? People do that.
That's crazy. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real garbage behavior.
All they do is just vacuum you up, so don't do that.
Yeah.
I want to encourage it. Well, hey.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's just a warehouse. Like, if you've ever looked at the Disney map from above, it's literally like a big warehouse. Like everything else, just a facade. It's not like you're going through a mansion. Yeah.
It's all forced perspective, and exactly. It's crazy.
As is the entirety of the Disney company.
Right. It's just a facade.
It's all just a facade.
That mouse, he's a chain smoker for one. You didn't know that about him. But he is.
Yeah, Mortimer sounds like Mortimer was a moose. What was Mickey's original name? Was it Mortimer?
Oh, no. You're thinking of Steamboat Willie. No. I'm sorry. No. Oswald the rabbit.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
The original.
No, he had a funky name before. He had a real smoker's name before they switched.
Maurice.
Yeah.
No. I feel like it was. I don't know. Anyway,
Desmond.
Maybe it was Desmond or something.
I only know one Desmond, but as far as I know, he doesn't smoke. So
I don't. Maybe it was Anthony. No. Here's the thing. I Neil, my youngest, has been beating my brains out about this new Christmas special, Diary of a Wimpy Kid Christmas special that's coming on Disney.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I got locked out of my account because I booked, I signed on and got the Disney Plus app a month before it came out, So I've been paying $79 a month. I mean, a month, no, not a month, a year. God. For
they can keep that.
Since before COVID. I'm in a year.
I don't care if they got Mulan 4.
They do. But so I had to call them because I couldn't get anything to work, and they were like, "Oh yeah, your account has been you're gonna have to just start over from the beginning because our system is still saying that you're paying $79. It's $139 a year now."
Yeah, they can keep that.
I'm just I mean, I guess that's reasonable if you watch a crap ton of Disney,
right?
And if you're into that, but I don't know, that just sounds high to me. That's more than Amazon Prime.
I didn't know that. I actually think I get mine through my cell phone company. They had a deal. It's if you have this, they give you that. So I had no idea.
Yeah, man, crazy. It's $139.99.
Yeah,
crazy, and that's not even with Hulu. That's just by itself.
This might have to be cut out. I'm not sure, but I am pretty much gonna start pirating again. There's no sense in dealing with any of this. I'm just gonna steal stuff again. I don't care.
It's on the rise again. It really is a thing. It really is a thing now. I think the only thing I pay for annually though is Shudder. So it all kind of creeps up on you though if you don't. Right? I mean, it's just,
The only thing that I really use these days is YouTube Premium, but that's mostly because I watch about 17 hours of YouTube a day.
Yeah. I feel like I'm almost there myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Golly.
you just get hung up on it. Like, the folks watching us on YouTube right now, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching on YouTube Premium, great. And if not, then that's fine too.
If you're not watching on YouTube Premium, turn that ad block off. We need that revenue.
Yeah. No one is bothering to seed this. So no one's torrenting our show, that's for sure. But it's all good. Are we are y'all watching any Christmas movies over the weekend? Are we gonna do any movie in or no? What's on your list? What have you not watched yet this year that's always on your list?
We're waiting on you to watch Demolition Man.
That is a Christmas movie. It's not a Christmas movie, but yeah.
I mean, it is
Demolition
this
Man
year.
is good. Yeah. Look, we'll put that on the party, right? No.
Maybe.
Have y'all what's a thing that you haven't watched yet that's on your? Do y'all have things that you have to revisit every year?
I honestly don't.
Yeah.
I think whether or not I want to. Usually at my folks' place, they have a Christmas story playing 24/7.
Yeah, we do too.
Or not 24/7, but 24 hours. There's nothing that I just, not to be a Scrooge about things, but there's just nothing that I feel that I need to revisit every year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to watch Rare Exports again.
Yeah, we talked about it a few weeks ago, and now you got to watch it.
Yeah, I think I want to watch it again, but I definitely want to go through and watch all the Christmas episodes of The Office.
Okay, that's not a bad idea.
Those are good. Yeah.
Yeah. I would do that. All the Christmas episodes of Bob's Burgers, I would do too. I like that show. But for me, it's a movie we actually talked about in the chat, not on the show about a week ago. The Muppet Christmas Carol. That's mine.
Oh yeah,
that's mine that I got to watch every year.
I need to rewatch it. I don't think I've seen that movie in 25 years.
It's good.
Yeah, I probably need to rewatch it too.
It's I don't know, man. Something about Muppetry just gets me. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Is a guy who we're going to be working with at Mobile Bay Anime Fest, Justin Cook. He's also a big Muppet fan as well.
How do you know that?
Because he talks about Muppets all the time. You didn't know this?
I didn't know that.
I feel like I've worked with him twice, and he's brought it up in both panels that I've worked with him on. And he even sang a little Muppet song at the last My Hero Con too on stage. I got a video of it somewhere of him doing a little singing. Yeah,
that's cool.
So it's pretty dope. Yeah. So anyway, little known fact: Kirishima from My Hero Academia / Raditz from Dragon Ball Z is a big Muppets fan.
And sometimes he lets it bleed into his work. He'll just sprinkle little hints every now and then.
It's perfect. It's like, look, it is the coupling of engineering and performance. That's what it is, right?
That's cool.
So it's pretty cool. Well,
that's real cool.
I do have a Christmas movie trivia game for y'all if you think we're up for it. What do y'all think?
Let's do it. Yeah,
I'm just glad Claire's not here to kick our asses.
Yeah. Seriously.
She was the ruler of the day on that episode. Huh?
She made fools out of the lot of us. She was like the exchange student who comes in one year, gets hundreds on everything, and the next year it's like, all right, well, you got to be like her. I mean, she's gone now. She's back to, I don't know, Czechoslovakia. Now you gotta. The place doesn't even exist anymore, but she's back there. Now you got to be like her.
It's true. That's true.
Thanks, Claire.
All right. Listen, I call this game Christmas After Dark.
Oh!
I have got a selection of Christmas
Cinemax movies.
They're like family movies. They're like kids movies / family movies.
I'm out. No.
But I've got something. So if you go on IMDB, right? All the movies have a parent's guide.
Yeah.
And there are content warnings on there that users submit. You can go submit a content warning to let people know, hey, just so you know, there's a part in this movie where blah, blah, blah happens.
Yeah.
There's no standard for what makes the cut and what doesn't. If you leave the content warning, it's up there as far as I can tell, whatever it is.
And like you said, you can add anything that you want. You can go to, Jack Frost, and it's under nudity. It's oh, you need to watch out because, Henry Rollins' booty mouth is visible for 5 seconds. Yeah. And it's oh, man, I don't know if my kids should be watching that.
Exactly. So that's the idea. So I've got a content warning. I've got some content warnings from each of these movies. and we'll see if y'all can discern what the movie is based on the user submitted content warning from the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here's the first one we got here. The only things that I've redacted are character names or actor names that would give it away.
I was going to ask how that was going to be handled.
Yeah, I'm going to read them verbatim as they are written other than that. So, in the scene where the lead actor's character is being questioned by police, the officer doing the interrogation is smoking and puts out his cigarette in an ashtray located on the table.
Home Alone.
Not Home Alone.
Dang.
What's that?
The Goonies.
The Goonies? No, it's a Christmas movie.
Oh, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't just leave y'all to flounder.
I'm just like, what? Where's a kid in the police station?
No. The lead actor, it's not necessarily a kid. It's just a movie that's regarded as like a kid's or a family movie. That's a Christmas movie.
But it's a Christmas. Okay.
Yeah. Being questioned by police. I'm going to give y'all a hint. The lead actor, the character being questioned, is he's the main character of Christmas. And not the Jesus guy, the other guy.
The Santa Claus.
What's that? Is that your guess for the movie?
Claus.
That is correct. It is the Santa Claus. Point for Brandon.
Hey.
Good job, Brandon.
Yeah. That's the part where he's like reciting all of the different names for Santa Claus from around the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm
in the game now.
Let's try this one.
That one went. Woo.
The main character gets attacked by a raccoon. However, the attack itself is off screen. That raccoon attack, that could be dramatic.
Christmas Vacation?
It's not. It does. Oh, that sounds like a Christmas Vacation
doesn't
thing,
it?
doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not, no. That. Oh wait, no. You're thinking of the squirrel. The squirrel in the tree. Yeah. No, in this case, it's a raccoon. Very, very different rodent. Is a raccoon a rodent? I don't know.
The raccoon happens off screen.
The marsupial. No, I don't know. Do raccoons they don't have pouches, do they?
No. The only North American marsupial is the possum.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Just cut that out.
We'll cut out all the marsupial talk.
Cut me out.
Okay. Y'all tapping out on this one?
You have any helpful hints?
Yeah.
The main character is played by someone who had a very successful tenure on SNL.
Let's see.
And then went on to make a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Greg guessed.
What did Greg say?
Elf.
It's Elf. It is Elf. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll try another one. An employee at an accounting office complains of being cold by saying, "We're freezing our assets."
Let's see.
That's a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Dude,
because it's cold.
I suck at this today.
These are really vague. Like, you really got to take a stab at it.
I know it's going to sound like I'm just grasping at straws, but I'm going to guess Christmas Vacation again.
Nope. I like this strategy. That's not it.
There's a Christmas party at an office in Scrooged, but I don't remember that. That's not that. Nobody said that.
Also, they're at they work in television in Scrooged.
And this is a good movie.
I do recommend Scrooged if you haven't seen it.
I mean, there's a copier. There's a copier.
There is a copier involved. True. I need to watch that again. Brittany hasn't seen it. I got to show her.
What?
She hasn't seen it.
What you mean you hadn't seen it?
We talked. All right. I feel like y'all are gonna get this. Is the Muppet Christmas Carol? That's the scene where they're in the
not in a million years if I had to guess.
All right, let's see if y'all get this one. Look, let's see if we get this one. Okay. A man is menacing to Santa. Santa strikes the man with his cane.
Oh, Miracle on 34th Street, the remake.
It is actually it is the remake. Yeah. And it even adds at the end, this scene is not as harsh as in the original film. Is the last sentence from that warning. Which I like both of those movies, honestly. I like the original and the remake,
I like the remake. It makes me cry.
They both have their qualities, I like how Macy's didn't pony up the money for the remake, so they just it's like a made up store in the in the new one.
Yeah, it was.
With the girl who played Matilda, what was her name again?
I don't know. What's her name, Greg? She was Matilda.
We could look it up right now.
She was in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. Another movie we just talked about last week too. I'm looking it up right now because I want to know.
Did you say that Brandon sent us some
Wilson,
Doubtfire?
thank you, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Brandon sent me something from something Mrs. Doubtfire, or sent us something Mrs. Doubtfire related that I didn't care for. Slightly. It was some sort of like, what was it, like Mrs. Doubtfire ASMR or something?
It sure was.
Like some guy doing a Mrs. Doubtfire voice, but like, really, I'm just like, based on the conversation we had last week, you're just playing a guy. You're just playing an awful husband.
Yeah.
Just playing
Absolutely, an awful husband. Yes,
it's so good. All right, look, I got one more because y'all are tied. This is the tiebreaker. One of the burglars walks up the basement stairs barefoot and accidentally steps on a nail. What's that?
Home Alone.
It is Home Alone. Yeah. It ends with no blood whatsoever. But that's another one we rewatched recently, and you do see the nail go all the way in. Like you watch his footstep all the way on the nail.
Macaulay Culkin's been all over my news feed.
What's that?
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
I saw a recent picture of him. He looks like he's doing well.
Oh yeah, he's got a cute wife and 2 cute kids, and
well, you know what happened? He had a reunion with Catherine O'Hara recently, and so it was like it blew up the internet for a day or two there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that there was like he had like his star on the Walk of Fame.
Oh, he might. Yeah, that might have been a big deal too. That might have happened too. That's kind of a big deal.
Both of those things happened. They were both very large.
You know what's funny is a few years ago, I did a voiceover project for a company. They were throwing a Christmas party, the company like Christmas party, and instead of like doing a printout invitation that year, they decided to make a video and then like email that to everybody, and that was the invitation for the Christmas party. And it was like they did a movie trailer, and it was a spoof of the Home Alone trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the CEO of the company. He's like in the office by himself, and he's like, goofing off and like kind of like decorating for the party and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so I had to do this voiceover that was kind of based on the trailer, the original trailer for Home Alone. And so I went back and rewatched the Home Alone trailer before I recorded it, and I had 2 takeaways from that. One, the art of giving away the entire movie in the trailer is not new at all, because that's definitely what they did in Home Alone. And 2, they made it look like John Candy was the star of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was like he's all over the trailer. He's probably in maybe a combined 5 minutes in that whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. But they were like, oh, yeah, y'all like this John Candy guy, don't you? Yeah.
He was a clarinet player in a polka band.
Yeah. He's like the polka king of the Midwest or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and I know that we might have to wrap up soon, but there was a film in the mid 90s called Fat Beach, like with a PH.
Sounds like a 90s movie.
I assure you it was. It basically did that, but with Coolio. But like Coolio is like front and center on the poster. But here's the thing: he is in it maybe 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Like there's a scene where he's having trouble like getting checked into the hotel, and it's not like a big back and forth. It's just like, hey, I'm having a hard time getting into this hotel. I'm Coolio. And then I think that there is a very, very brief scene of him performing. That's it. He was on the poster. I have the soundtrack on LP. He's on there, like front and center. They put him on there, and he is barely like 20, 25 seconds. That's it.
So it's like that good of a movie, that good of a soundtrack. You had to have the LP.
It was like $4 sealed. And that's I couldn't pass it up. It's actually a decent soundtrack. Yeah.
Is Coolio on it?
No.
They could pay him for a short appearance, but not pay him rights for one of his songs.
Like that, yeah.
Not even Fantastic Voyage. Oh man. Fat Beach like makes me think because like I said, that sounds like a 90s thing. And I've said this, I've gone on record saying this before. The 1990s was the only decade in history that could have produced a film titled Surf Ninjas.
Oh yes.
Starring a guy that y'all have worked with. I've never worked with him before. But what? You were gonna say something.
Who?
Ernie? Keone from Ninja Turtles 2. So also I think he did Donatello in the first one, right?
Oh, are you I was asking like who were you talking to?
Yeah. No, Ernie Reyes Jr.
Yeah, Ernie Reyes Jr.,
Yeah. So anyway, but it's Keone's in that movie too.
Ernie Reyes Jr. is the nicest guy in the world.
I never met him, but I'd love to work with him at some point.
God, he's sweet. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. No, Keone Young's in that movie too.
Been a minute since I've seen.
He's the Babaran. That's like when Ernie Reyes sings the yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Yeah, Keone's a lot of fun. He's cool. But our producer's giving me the signal. Wrap it up.
The light's going off.
He's flashing the light at me. We gotta get moving. Well, look, I'm gonna see y'all in a couple days at the Humble Christmas party, and I guess we'll talk about what happened there. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. It depends on what happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
We should
stay tuned. What's that?
We should do a show from it. We should do just a quick,
something. Just like
maybe like a quick little 5-minute thing. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll come up with some kind of content to show y'all when we get out there. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
My little one's gonna be playing with your little one, so they'll be distracted and they'll be having a good time, and we'll be having a good time. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So y'all, how about this? How about you hit the subscribe button right now and drop a like and a comment too while you're at it. While you're at it, just drop a like and a comment, and then we'll be back here next week with another episode of The Humble Show. But until then, y'all, stay humble.